It was tense, that is, inside the courtroom after the woman tied to a multi-state deadly kidnapping pled guilty to her crimes.
Victoria Cox faced second-degree murder and kidnapping charges. 3 on Your Side's Candace Bruce explains the final chapter of what prosecutors are calling one of the most horrific crimes on Mississippi soil.
The woman connected to a deadly kidnapping that began in Louisiana and ended in the capital city will now spend the next 40 years in prison.
If I could change it all, I would, but I can't.
An emotional Victoria Cox explaining her remorse to Hinds County Judge Winston Kidd after pleading guilty to second-degree murder and kidnapping. She received 40 years for the murder charge and 25 years for the kidnapping charge, with those sentences running concurrently. The 34-year-old mother of 3 was indicted last year for her role in abducting 2 children from Louisiana, bringing them to Mississippi, sexually assaulting them, and killing one of them. Her co-conspirator, Daniel Callahan, pled guilty to related charges back in September.
Were you thinking about your children when you did this violent act at any point?
Yes, sir.
And that did cause you pause and to probably stop?
I tried, but I couldn't.
Cox claims Callahan had forced her to get high the day of the incident. However, prosecutors were not buying her explanation.
There were multiple opportunities for her to not return the kids to Ms. Callahan. There was opportunities for her to not engage in other activity of abuse that occurred. So that did not move me at all.
Cox says she didn't know exactly what would happen because she didn't know that Callahan was not permitted to have the children. Prosecutors say they are happy to close the final chapter to what they consider one of the most horrific crimes committed in the state.
The one thing we do know is that she was certainly a willing participant in the actions that took the lives of a small child and also the abuse of another child separately. And for that, she'll spend the next 4 years in prison.
Victoria Cox will be 74 years old before she is eligible to be released. Reporting at the Hinds County Courthouse, Candace Bruce, 3 on Your Side.